from Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Rody Rob, Adam Bomb, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
Hello again, and welcome to another edition of Who Won Wednesday. This week we're going to have to change it up a little bit because the NBA has interfered in our plans to cover both shows. We couldn't watch them simultaneously. We'll cover a little bit of AEW at the end of the show, but we're going to cover all of NXT here at the beginning. Basically, we're not staying up till midnight. No offense to AEW or the NBA.
We're old.
Yeah, we're old.
You speak for yourselves.
Brian has nothing better to do with his time, so
there you go.
He'll probably just stay on air. Maybe we'll just let the feed go forever. Joining me are my cohorts across the table. Rody Rob, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, yeah, don't expect a lot from me tonight. I'm in the holiday spirit, so I'm here.
Yeah, I've got the bar set low. Don't worry.
Okay.
And from wherever, parts unknown, Brian.
Hello, Adam Bomb. Hello, Rody Rob. Hello, Board.
Hi, Brian.
Your ponytail and hair keep messing up. Like
I took out my extensions right now, so right now I'm just going. This is all natural where I'm at.
Okay, Silent Bob. Like I said, we're gonna mainly focus on NXT tonight. I hope that'll make fucking Phil happy. Phil. I don't know why I'm even going along with that nickname, but it is what it is. We start the show for NXT right off the bat, very, very much so. Literally, they intro one team and the other team attacks them. So we get right to action. Rob was like, did we miss the beginning?
Yeah.
We had to rewind it.
I thought it was like halfway through the match. Like, what the fuck is going on, man?
Yeah, so they start off kind of slow on AEW, an NXT to build slowly here. We got a Xmas Street fight match. I'm glad they didn't call it the Miracle on 34th Street match.
Adam, I want you to do me a favor, Adam.
Yeah.
I want you to stop.
Collaborate and listen.
I want you to take a big inhale and now exhale.
Is it because Joker's here?
No, you're at like 300 miles an hour, man. You are fucking.
No, you just can't keep up because you're so overly medicated or whatever the fuck you're on tonight.
Yeah, I think Adam's right.
Joker.
Yeah, I wasn't talking any differently than normal.
I think everything is just moving way too fast for you.
Yeah, Rob can't keep up. This edition of Slow Motion brought to you by Rob.
What?
We got Joker and Stike over there on our chat board, YouTube live chat board. I'm sure other people will file in for our lieutenant crew, but
what's up, fucker?
Thousands over there.
Hey, Joker.
Anyway, we have a tag team title match here. Brian's favorites, Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, going against Killian Dane and Drake Maverick. What an odd thing. First off, Rob, I want to talk about this. So the Make-A-Fucks are no more?
No, well, they didn't need to be. I mean,
now War Games is over. You said they're done?
Yeah, they're done. They were guns for hire. They carried Dunn with the fucking Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch for like an episode, and then now they've gone their separate ways, and you don't need to have Dunn with them. I think it's more productive for him to be on his own. And they need to start rebuilding the tag division, as they do also often. And it's time for that to happen. So, yeah, no.
They've been slowly sprinkling teams in. Everrise, Grizzled Young Vets.
They got to change that fucking name, man. Everrise.
Everrise
so
or Grizzled
stupid.
Young Vets?
Well, no, Grizzled Young Vet's fine. That's fine. I mean, it's lazy, but it's fine.
What about Emporium?
Emporium's great. Emporium's a great team name. But the Everrise is dumb.
Well, Breezango won the titles and then just disappeared. That's kind of weird.
They're like, see ya.
That's like if my 10-year-old self was playing with my G.I. Joes, because I used to have my G.I. Joes wrestle each other. I had like an Othello board. That was the fucking ring. And they would wrestle each other, and I had little belts and shit for them. But that's like what I would name, like, the G.I. Joe tag team champions, Everrise.
Okay.
So...
Yeah, they're former Vipers and Crimson Guards members or something.
The Crimson Guard. Yeah, and then you had the fucking bounty hunter family in the swamp. They were a faction.
The Dreadnoughts.
The Dreadnoughts. They were a faction in my league.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on from Rob's childhood, Killian Dane and Drake. It was a good match. Lasted about 20 minutes. Nothing exceptional to write home with, but good curtain, I think. Nothing wrong with it. It's gives TV time to Drake and them. It's kind of solidifying Burch and Lorcan away from the Make-A-Fucks.
Pat
McAfee.
Brian, I continue to enjoy Little dude and big dude, Killian Dane. And
Really?
Yeah. You're not enjoying that?
I like that he
see-
carried him out at the end.
Oh, I want to hear what Brian has to say. What?
No, I'm not too keen on them. I'm actually pretty happy that Lorcan and Birch actually won tonight.
Well, yeah, I am too. I don't think that we wanted them to.
Oh, all right,
to win.
okay.
But you're not.
Just,
you're not
I thought you
taking
were
them
going crazy. I thought you wanted them as tag team
No.
champions.
No, but you don't like them together?
I think it's ran its course. They've been doing it for a while now. I mean, like you said, they're not going to
It's
get the
ran
tag team
its
championships.
course.
Dude, they've been going on. They've been like doing this dance for
2
a
months.
few months now, at least.
So the 2 months was the build to a perfect. We get all kinds of crazy ways tag teams come together. You know, you got a best of
Yeah.
7 and whatever fucking bullshit there is. This is a great way to form a tag team.
It felt
You don't
like
think it's still?
Hurricane
I
and
still
Rosie.
think it's Frankenstein.
No,
I
it
still
felt
see
like a
them as
Hurricane
Frank-
and Rosie build.
I think they worked through the Frankenstein phase. I think you can call them legit tag team now.
I agree with Rob.
Wow.
Rob, you get a coin. I don't know where they are, and you probably
Don't
don't
give
have me
him a
unmuted
coin.
anyway. There you go.
Huh.
You got the end of it because you didn't unmute me in time.
Okay.
All right, so moving on, we got we're going to talk about all 3 phases here in one here, but we get chapter 1 of the Gargano Christmas. Rob found a lot of this funny. I legit full kayfabe sitting with him. He chuckled out loud a bunch of times.
Wow.
First off, Austin Theory is hella dumb. I don't even know if that's a way to describe it, but he is just extremely stupid. Can't understand even how Christmas works, it seems here. I don't mind that a guy like him is being portrayed this way, so kudos to NXT for this punishment. But Gargano's giving out gifts, and he accidentally gives a PS5 to Indy Hartwell.
No, he didn't. That's an incorrect assessment of the situation, Adam. He did not give.
I know that wasn't her real gift.
I know, but you got to be specific when you're painting the picture.
What happened in your world, Rob?
She opened and the box said PS5, and it turned
And
out
then
not
what?
to be.
Oh,
Yes.
gotcha.
Wait, what?
Continue.
Because inside the box, or what the real gift was, Mr. Bryan, who probably didn't watch, is that she gets the family nickname. Brian, I know you've got to love this. Rob popped.
I did.
Her new name is Indie Wrestling.
And they're
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's funny.
Oh,
It's fun. No, it's funny because
You
it's
have
playoff
no
and Johnny
sense of
Wrestling and
humor.
indie wrestling. Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
No, I enjoy it. I actually the part that I enjoyed most was the fact that Austin Theory's his sleeves were cut off. I like that.
Yeah.
He
It
looks
reminded me
like
of Mac
Mac.
from It's Always Sunny.
yeah.
he did. Hey, Brian.
And then the whole thing with No Way Jose, where Austin Theory said that, and then Johnny snapped on him. He's
Yeah.
like, you do not say that in this house. I thought that was fucking hysterical.
So Brian, here, look. So if this gimmick would have been done under Vince McMahon on the main roster, then yeah, I could see how you'd be like, come on. But the fact that it was Johnny Gargano, who is an indie wrestling darling, royalty, as well as Candice LeRae, you got an even fucking dipshit. I mean, he was an indie wrestler.
Austin Theory,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
of course, yeah.
So coming
Dipshit.
from them, I think
I knew what you're talking about.
I think the
Right?
joke of we support indie wrestling, I think is a very sincere way to say it. I think they figured out a clever way to say it. And I mean, they've been tweeting about it all night.
And it's a fun play on words, Brian.
Yeah.
I like it. I didn't see it coming.
All right, well, we'll see where it goes. That's where
It's
where,
not going anywhere.
what I'll say.
Yeah.
She's going to be called indie wrestling. That's it.
And in the final segment,
It's
Rob.
not, it's not like AEW where they're just going to start throwing indie shows on there too. Oh, guess what? Here's PQR from fucking somewhere in North Wisconsin. Something
Nope,
like
take
that.
a coin away from him.
Sealer Stout and Will Wagner on the board. Will says
What's
if
up, guys?
AEW names someone indie wrestling, we'd hate it. No,
He said you'd hate it.
I love any puns and plays on words. I'm totally
No,
for either.
I completely agree with Will Wagner. If AEW did that gimmick, I would hate it. I would hate it because they fucking bow down to the ring of indie wrestling so often, and they're supposed to be bigger.
See, I think this is where we're all different because they're like NXT did it, and I'm kind of like lukewarm about it. I think if AEW had done it, I would have been like, "Yo, this is the coolest shit."
NXT didn't do it.
Roadhouse.
Johnny
Exactly.
Gargano did it.
Well, yeah.
That's the wild card.
Okay. So
It's a good conversation. Fuck you.
I want to get to the final chapter here.
Okay.
The final gift that was given to Candace. You know, Johnny hates wheels, but this was the piece of Shotzi's tank, Rob.
I was so angry. That's the part of the skit I didn't laugh at. I was so angry.
Yeah.
How dare they desecrate?
They lost him at the
tank.
end. He's kind of like kicked his dog.
Yeah.
You know how much I love that tank.
I know.
He does love the tank.
I wore my old Marine Corps camis right tonight. My blouse top right here in honor of the tank.
I was wondering why you were wearing that.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
All right, so
that's interesting.
Since we don't have to do the normal round,
it still fits me.
round against round in voting, I can go as out of order as I feel like. So this is not going to follow suit here. But we have a appearance here. Rhea Ripley and Dakota Kai are going to have a match. Raquel is banned from ringside. Brian, I want to point this out because all of this stipulations and stuff involving the match and Raquel not being allowed at ringside happened on Twitter. Now, unlike AEW, I don't have to go sift through thousands of tweets to figure this out. They showed me a screenshot of it tonight. You're always defending AEW, saying that I have to go watch BTE and that this is from Dark. I don't have to commit that much time. I don't have that much time to commit. Give me the Cliff Notes. They showed me a screenshot here. I was all caught up on Regal's decision.
You know, I'm not, Adam. I'm too tired to argue with you, brother. I mean, I'm not going to try to defend AEW. I'm not going to die on that hill tonight. I'm just going to go with it. It's Christmas time. It's also, well, we just passed Hanukkah. I'm in the cheerful mood. I'm just going to take it easy, and
up in my bum.
Yeah, I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna center my chi.
Are you tired because of?
Go away, Baton.
I mean,
Well, you know,
that's not
the hub is free this week, so.
Oh, yeah,
You know.
stay
But
indoors.
I got rid of half the content and marked out wrestling podcast. So
Yeah.
I know. I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, you know.
I can't
I had
believe you
some-
still support
I
this.
had some bookmarks on my browser. They don't open up anymore. The links. What?
I know it's sad.
So we find out Rhea wins here. And Raquel, of course, then comes down to the ring. They brawl. Refs try to separate them. And the payoff, we're going to forget at New Year's Eve, a last woman standing. As painted by Dexter Loomis.
It was so great.
I don't know if you... Brian didn't watch this
When
show.
he flipped
Yes,
his
I
face.
watched it. What are you talking about? And you know, Dexter Loomis can actually paint, right? Like that's a real legit thing.
Yeah.
It's not like they're skipping through and that's that. Like he's an actual artist.
Well, the fucking head turn. I mean, it was great. Remember the other night we were sitting here talking about Paranormal Activity the whole time. I'm like, oh, look at that shit. That's some scary shit.
Yeah, it was weird just turning the camera for no reason. But I did remember he was a host after that fact. We also got a Zaya and Boa segment once again.
Great.
Where they're continually tortured. Looked like they were being drowned and beaten this week. We saw Zaya. I hear about this in the South. I'm an only child, so I don't know for sure, but it felt like Zaya was forced to beat Boa tonight, like where they make you go pick out your sibling's switch that she's going to get beat with. Brian, did that ever happen to you?
Yeah.
It never happened to me, although I know some people that it did happen to.
Okay, so you do know the whole make your sibling pick the switch.
Let me tell you something real quick. My grandmother sent me out.
I'm talking to Brian.
My grandmother sent me out to get a switch one time. I
Oh,
know,
see, he doesn't.
but
It
you're gonna
doesn't
move
work
on from
both
the-
ways. You
you're gonna
fucking
move on-
hypocrite.
You're going to move on from the switch conversation like you always do, and I want to get mine in real quick before you move on. Is that
I was
okay?
talking to Brian. Then you could have gotten yours.
I know,
in.
but you would have moved on, and it would have been
That's what you would
irrelevant.
have said to me.
So anyway, Brian, my grandmother told me to go get a switch one time.
Oh, now you want to talk to Brian?
For my sister. And so I went out and I found the most gnarly fucking switch so she would get worn out. And my grandmother came back in, whooped my sister's ass, and then turned around and whooped my ass for getting the most gnarly fucking switch I could find on the tree.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, she's the evil old bitch.
Yeah, one of my friends used to tell me if she didn't get a good switch, then her mom would lay into her sister harder, like, or longer or whatever. I don't know.
That
That's
sounded
just
weird.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, it did sound weird.
Keep talking to Brian now.
I
Go ahead.
sound like Phil Dunphy. Anyway, so Brian, how uncomfortable were you watching these segments?
I've been uncomfortable for weeks. I mean, I've been saying this is this is by far the most serious thing that they've been putting out on NXT. I mean, weekly, I would say. You've got some, you have like Shotzi coming out in your tank, and then next segment you have this shit happening where it's like you see borderline torture and like waterboarding and fucking, it's crazy.
I think it's
insane.
good character development. At least they're focused on that. It's what we said on Monday needs to happen. You know,
it's right. It's good production. It's character build. It's something different. I like it. I like every second of it.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm interested to see where it's going. I'm not 100% behind it, but I'm definitely intrigued.
Will Wagner says Zaya is a looker. Yeah, she's a cute little thing. Yeah.
They had her all like buff and wet tonight. Yeah. Bronson Reed takes on the Adonis Squash. Brian, I guess Bronson is forgiven for outing that referee on Parlor.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily outing him, is it? I mean, I wouldn't say it's like a bad thing.
It's not like they're in the closet about their fucking craziness. You know?
Well, I mean, but I didn't go on Parlor to see the comments, and he said that this guy, you know, goes on and posts this stuff, and he has to work with him every day, and it makes him uncomfortable. And then all of a sudden he's off TV.
Yeah. No,
pat on the back to Bronson Reed. I mean, cool for him for sticking up, but I mean, I guess it kind of, we have to agree that it kind of shot him in the foot, right? I mean, he was pushed for a little bit there, and then he
that's what I'm saying.
All of a sudden.
That's the whole point,
right? I know.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Bronson Reed squashed him. Great. Io comes out, and she's gonna sit in the ring for a little while, and she wants Toni Storm to come out, is what apparently I'm understanding, but nope. Mercedes Martinez has been rescued from Retribution and is officially back on NXT. What I find that's crazy about this is that Io clearly has beef with Tony right now. It feels like Raquel and Rhea are blowing off, and one, if not both of them, may go on to a number one contender or go after Io. And then you also insert Mercedes Martinez. This is why, regardless if you like all of this, they've got 5 women at the top now, all kind of involved in angles and in long build feuds. They're not rushing anything. This is why this is the top women's division in professional wrestling.
Can't argue that.
And they do fucking cinematic shit with Zaya. That.
Oh, and that too.
And they had Candice and Indy the whole night. I mean, the whole division was out tonight except for Aaliyah.
Yeah. Real quick, Stike Leather on the board. Raquel goes over Rhea and faces Io for the title at the next takeover.
And you know why?
Why?
She pinned Io in the War Games. It makes sense. That's what I'm saying. They're sowing those little seeds.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
What the fuck was Toni Storm wearing tonight?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it's called.
She got to get her shit together.
Anyway.
Why?
Rob's favorite was up next. Timothy Thatcher. He was earlier talking shit to Ruff. Brought out a chair for Ciampa. Leon Ruff steals the pin here, Brian.
I mean, I love it. I mean, I know Thatcher. It's you guys have been kind of tough on him and saying that he doesn't really have any kind of character, but I think this is a great way to kind of build his whole demeanor as far as like people stealing wins from him and him fucking flipping out.
Okay, but
especially afterwards too.
There's nothing you're missing. What Rob has said.
That's missing.
Rob has said he doesn't like the fact that his character's a super submission dude who taps out in all of his matches. We don't care about Leon Ruff getting the pin here. That was good. I like it for both characters. That's no problem. Heels can survive it. Thatcher's the heel. Ruff's the babyface long shot. Perfect booking. Ciampa comes out to the save because Thatcher beats his ass after, and we find out we're going to get a pit match. I'm good with all of this, but you can't. I mean, Rob, I said your point right. You can't discount the fact that he's supposed to be this submission guy who taps.
No, that is what I've been saying the entire time. Not anything Brian said. That was all lies and mistruths.
No,
I quoted you correctly.
Yeah, you quoted me correctly.
Boom, Brian, you suck.
I will admit that as NXT does, they're having me a little bit more interested in Thatcher because of the Ciampa in the pit thing. But still, it just doesn't do anything for me. I don't know. It's
what?
And it goes back to a submission guy who taps to submission moves.
Yeah. It was like when Bray was like, I'm unkillable and kept getting pinned. And then Fiend was like, I'm unstoppable and kept getting pinned. You can't have that be your thing if that's what you're going to lose.
I don't think anybody's pinned the Fiend.
Now his thing is getting lit on fire.
Either he gets buried in chairs or he gets lit on fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he pins anybody either.
Or he knocks up the ring announcer.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the long-lost son of Pac and one of the Jackson boys. It's Tyler Rust. He's got a manager now, week 2, Bivens. Everybody seems to be stroking this guy on commentary. He had one match. By the way, I'm not knocking this man in any way. I think he's a good talent. But to, I don't know, jizz my pants the way the announcers were all night was kind of over the top for me.
You know, look, we were having a conversation.
By the way, he's fighting Daivari.
Yeah, we were having a conversation, Brian, about this. Not necessarily this match and whatever, but Bivens being a manager in NXT. And I made the comment of, develop the next generation of managers for main roster. And I realize there's really not that many managers on main roster. You know, if you see a movie that's been remade from
fired the last one.
Right. If you see a movie that's been remade from 30, 40 years ago, the advantage is not just that the technology is better for effects. It's also that a generation has never seen that movie or that story, and you can tell it again.
Sure.
I think in the era of wrestling when managers had stables, you know, when managers were abundant, I think they could bring that back into play.
So the whole thing with that is that apparently Vince is not big into managers.
He don't want
so
to
like that's something that kind of wore
Yeah,
off.
we know that.
No, I know that. He wants to spend the money. He doesn't want to spend the money. He's like, I'm not. That's why I didn't like tag teams. I can pay one guy instead of paying two. It's all about money.
Yeah.
But I just think that would really work. You know, not necessarily main roster, maybe on the main roster too. But NXT could do that. They could start having some manager factions. I would enjoy that.
And they did try to bring Brian. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
you're fine.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Indus Shear, wasn't that Bivens? What didn't he come out with?
They
those
were,
two?
and I think the whole thing with that was remember. Fuck, I don't remember what it was. It was that's what it was. It was when Keith Lee won the North American title.
Yes.
They spoiled it. One of the guys from Indus Shear spoiled it, and I guess they just scrapped it.
It's when he won both belts. It's when he had.
That's right. That's what it was.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, they did scrap him, didn't they? He's fucking gone.
Yeah, but like going back though, like what are they gonna do though? Like so they're gonna have managers in NXT, but obviously like if Vince doesn't like managers, like what are they building? What are they building him for? What are they gonna use him for?
I mean, maybe it's like a branch, Brian, in like business. You know, you have your corporate entity that makes money, and then you have a branch,
right?
And what they make, and maybe Triple H goes over budget because he's paying for valets and stuff. But Hunter understands the psychology and storytelling behind having a valet in play or having a manager in play. Or like Rob said, how cool is it when you have a fucking stable? There's nothing. There's some of these wrestlers have nothing to do with each other, but they both have the same manager.
Well, let's be clear about one thing now, because you just made a point there about the finances of it, right? And you know he has a manager thing now, and I would like for it to sustain. I don't want it to be like Robert Stone was, where it's a little bit of a flash in the pan and then gone.
Well, but Stone's out, had a surgery.
But they can afford this.
He could come back. Yeah,
they can afford this because Bivens does more for the PC as his real job. This is probably in addition to. So so they can afford that. Look, we were talking about it too. Is it the last sustainable manager we can remember was Paul Ellering before Robert Stone?
And that was because those two guys couldn't talk.
What about Rico Constantino? 3-minute warning.
That's years and years and years ago. What about the tweet from Chelsea Green? I just thought of that. She's hoping in next year she has more than 20 seconds on TV.
Oh,
yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend could say the same thing too, right?
Why did they call her up? Because
what'd you say?
Stone got injured, so they called her up, and they haven't done dick with her. Like,
what do you mean? No, she got hurt.
Yeah, she got hurt.
Oh,
Stone didn't get hurt. She's hurt. She broke her wrist.
Stone got run over by a tank a couple times.
No, but Stone was having some facial surgery or something for something else.
He always gets shit. He has like Botox and all that bullshit. Like,
he gets ran over by tanks. He has to. It's not cosmetic. It's like life saving.
So next up, we find out Priest called out Cross. Cross retaliated. Don't talk to my wife that way. There, I caught you up, kind of just in that. They're gonna fight at New Year's Eve, as I mentioned. And we have Undisputed before we get to the main event. Brian, I got to talk to you about this. I've given my stick to Rob, so I want to present it to you real quick because he's already heard it.
Okay.
I think Undisputed Era is done. I I think that Hunter is redoing the Evolution Randy exile here. And I think he can do it without Kyle even winning the title here. Either Cole comes out and screws Kyle, or right after Kyle wins, Cole attacks him. Either way, I think Undisputed is done. Maybe they reunite or whatever for War Games in a year. I think they're done here, and I think instead of when Batista, Flair, and Hunter kicked out Orton, I think Fish and Roddy will be like the children that they have custody battle over. But I think that New Year's Evil, the reason you're having Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor again so soon is because you're going to have something crazy here like Undisputed breaking up. And the fact that even at the close of the show, Adam Cole is talking, hey, Undisputed Era is going to take the title back. We're the best. We're still top guys. Whatever the fuck he said. I'm paraphrasing. It seems like it's too foreshadowing that he's going to swerve.
I think you're right. I definitely don't think that this is going to survive. This isn't going to be something that we see. Yeah, you know what? I'll say it. I don't think we're going to see Undisputed on Raw or SmackDown.
No.
I think it's just going to be an NXT thing.
I don't want anyone to get called up after they break up. I just think it's run its course and it's time to shake it up.
Well, I don't think that's correct. I don't think it's run its course. I think it could have.
I agree.
It could have a lot of life if you wanted it to. I'm not saying that it can't break up, that it couldn't break up, but it could sustain for years. I mean, you could have. I mean, I hate to go back to the prototype, but Horsemen. I mean, they were fucking decade, or more.
There's been a lot of good ones. Nation, Evolution, they all changed. DX throughout the years,
right.
Different leaders. You could have Undisputed continue and Cole be gone.
Well, yeah.
Roddy and Fish could side with Kyle.
Yeah, well, and that's where I was going to go. Is that if Kyle wins the belt, and I think that's better for this story if Kyle won the belt, obviously. Because then you have that token for power struggle. I know what you were going to say about Cole fucking him over in the match.
Just something.
Better drama would be if Kyle wins the belt, maybe even with the help of Cole, so Cole can hold that over his head. And you will see, Fish and Roddy look at Cole like, why are you being such a dick lately? That would be, and then they would side with O'Reilly. Cole would be like, fuck this, I'm doing my own thing, I don't need you. And that, I think
either
that's
way,
it.
I think we can agree that there's so many possibilities here that are all intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely think, though, it's going to be Adam Cole getting the boot. Kind of similar almost to how he got the boot from Bullet Club. I mean, he was a member in there, and then all of a sudden he was just by surprise. They kind of kicked him out of nowhere, and that's when they introduced, well, I don't want to say his name, but Marty Scurll. But, we don't say his name. We don't say his name, so I'm just going to Marty Scurll.
Well, he's not like Dick Spot guy. I mean, I didn't know he was that band.
Yeah, but so, I would like to see history repeat itself and maybe see Cole get the boot one more time.
That boot.
So main event, we have Cole versus Velveteen rehashing their shit. In the middle of it, Roddy is taken out by Dunn rehashing their shit. Adam Cole won, thank God. I don't want to see Velveteen win.
No,
ever. Yeah, I'm just so over him there. I think it was.
Did it feel like, I don't want to say the word squash, I don't want to say the word bury, but did it feel like a very decisive win by Cole? I mean, it was clean for the most part.
If they're gonna make Austin Theory dumb as fuck, maybe they're doing what they're supposed to with Dream. Look, you're not gonna win for a while. We gave you a main event here. We got you on TV.
I wouldn't put no money on that, but okay, I hear you.
I don't either, but I mean, Cole stock has to stay relevant. He lost to Make a Fuck after the title.
Yeah.
Now they won War Games. He's back on the upswing.
Yeah, I'm not making the comparison to Cole. That's what you're doing. I'm just saying that the Velveteen's loss did seem very definitive.
Good.
Yeah,
so. Good. Squash that bug.
Okay.
So if Kyle wins the belt, Stike says, is Cross versus O'Reilly the match you want instead of Finn? No. And Cross said tonight, Priest, I'm just dealing with you because you talked back to my wife. I still want the title. I think that this can be done where Kyle is about to get the 3-pin and Cole pulls him out of the ring or something crazy. I don't know. There's so many ways you can go with it. I like Rob's scenario.
I don't think
nothing sounds bad here.
Yeah, and if you look, there's precedent here as far as people getting hurt and losing there is. As far as people getting hurt and losing their titles or relinquishing their titles, they don't have one feud and go back to the belt. A lot of times they got to go through the road again.
Well, it depends on them. Like if they're a face, they have to go through the road again.
No,
the heel usually.
No, even the heels. If you give your shit up, name one wrestler that had to relinquish the title, that came back and had the belt and had a belt opportunity within 2 matches. Name one.
Hunter. He had to give up the belt when RVD crushed his trachea, and they gave it right back to him.
Okay, well, I think Hunter's an anomaly. Okay, well, you get one. Now, out of all the rest of them.
Wait, no, I have to fact check that. He's talking out of his ass.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Hunter called in the middle of the match Sean to take
don't.
it after he got his trachea crushed
you
from
convinced me.
RVD jumping off the first elimination chamber.
Yeah, he knows it. So you got one, okay? You got one, Hunter, which is
Everybody gets one.
a wrestling legend. So, yeah, you got one. But who else? I mean, Finn didn't Universal. Finn, he didn't get a shot back at it.
Never, actually. It was like 2 years, and then didn't he have one shot at Brock? I think he got one eventually.
Something like that.
But it was a long time after. You're right, but that was a face. A heel is what my argument was.
Okay.
A
Yeah.
heel comes back, and he can go right back at the title.
I don't think so. I think the trend says otherwise. I think he's going to have at least 2 feuds before he's back in the belt. So my point there is it doesn't necessarily have to be O'Reilly, even if O'Reilly wins it. You know, O'Reilly
Batista did. Fact check Stat Boy Stike there. I trust that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, still, I think
That's
my
a good
point is still solid, even if there's exceptions.
Okay. Cena came back and went right back after the title.
I think you just made that up.
No, he returned and won the Rumble when he returned. Literally going then right back after the title.
But so he probably had some feuds though.
He had whatever at No Way Out before Mania, but at Rumble he returned, won the title.
Okay, well, you
shot.
keep bringing up main roster. I'm talking NXT.
Okay, fine. Whatever it is to make you
My
right.
point still fucking stands. You make me angry. I was happy.
Rondo's got what plants crave.
All right, so on to the awards, I guess, for NXT, and then we'll talk a little bit about what's been happening on AEW.
We're at awards already?
Yeah, I mean, that's all of NXT. That was the main event. I skipped over Atlas and Swerve.
The Butcher's in the ring.
Yeah. His gear is weird.
This is the Butcher, and I'm a little blown up,
Brian,
but
He stole.
Brian, do you
you
sense
did okay.
Wait, Rob.
Wait,
Rob,
no.
have
Brian.
you ever seen Jim Cotta?
No.
He looks like the bad dude in Jim Cotta.
I mean, it's not me. Brian. God damn it, I forgot what I was going to say. That's why I
Hello.
got to get it out, Adam. Oh,
Get a better brain.
Did
I
you
can't
know?
help that.
Stop interrupting everybody all the time, and it won't happen. Adam, Brian, did you notice a little hint of a heelness in Swerve the last 2 weeks?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Little bit, definitely.
Do you think it's
absolutely?
So you think it is a move?
Hey Brian, yeah. Do you think Swerve is going heel? Yeah, I do.
And it's not.
pulled
Hey,
a
Brian.
Swerve?
It's not. Hey Brian. It's Hey Brian.
Hey,
Oh.
Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins, Stike says also he got injured when he won the title. Then he returned from injury. He was a heel. Came back and won the title.
All right. Well, fuck all of you. I still think my point stands.
Well, yeah, because you've now amended it to be NXT only. But didn't Gargano get hurt, come back, fight Ciampa for it? Whatever. And vice versa.
Shut up and move on.
You're wrong. Eat your crow.
I think Dean Ambrose did it.
Yeah, so did he. We got marked out in Petty Towns for NXT. My marked out moment was having a Twitter recap, so I didn't have to comb the Twitterverse to know about a stipulation. Thank you, NXT, for making it easy for me, unlike BTE, Dark, whatever else I have to watch to keep up with Dynamite. You should just give me the Cliff Note version as you're going into it. That's all I'm saying, Brian. That's all I'm saying. And then my petty is just having to watch Velveteen Dream. Rob, what are yours?
My marked out moment was the eyeballs cut into what's her name's ass.
Tony Storm?
Rhea Ripley. No, you see her in the back of her pants. She had eyeballs cut into her ass.
Oh, yeah.
That's not my marked out. I just want to bring that up.
It was very weird. Yes,
It was very
you're right.
weird. Yeah. My marked out is gonna be. You know, the Gargano Christmas was good, man. I got to give it that. It was funny. It kept me going and making, Austin Theory look like an idiot. And yeah, indie wrestling. It's good. It's good.
All right, and your petty?
My petty town is that you didn't see the humor in the owl that Brian texted us.
I didn't think that was that funny.
Really?
Even
no.
Brian, dude, he fucking legit laughed. Okay, for the listeners, Brian sent a GIF of an owl just turning his head, and the owl has a shocked look on his face. It's a white owl. Rob's laughing right now thinking about it. And Rob got so tickled, he starts laughing out loud. I'm like, oh, I better check the group thread. And it didn't. It was,
it's not.
No,
wasn't
I
that
mean,
great.
I see, Brian's in a text, and I pick it up thinking I'm going to read some words or something. And it just randomly, for no other reason than nothing, it's
Nothing.
a fucking white snow owl that fucking turns his head and looks at me.
It was my way of letting you guys know that, hey, we're almost ready. I'm almost ready.
And then your computer shit the bed.
Right.
Don't bring that
and
up.
I'm enjoying my painkillers and everything. I mean, come on, man. No, it's
Well,
funny.
Brian, your awards, please, sir.
My awards, yes. Let's see. My marked out award for NXT. It's not so much for NXT. It's for WWE as a whole. I watched that movie Girl on the Third Floor today, starring Phil Brooks, a.k.a. CM Punk. Not bad. For a horror movie, not bad. And he had to carry the whole thing. There was like 4 people in the whhole fucking thing. Pretty good movie. Have you guys seen it?
I never even heard of it.
How is that an award for NXT or WWE since he has
Well, it
nothing
was the
to do with it?
WWE. Well, yeah, that was just
There was
just
nothing on
my,
NXT that
my
you
award.
could give credit for.
No,
for being
no,
good?
not really. And my petty town was
Same
for
thing?
Dream being in the main event.
Yeah.
All right, Petty's on the board. Stike says Dream as well. And
Xia Li
he
should
says
get a
marked
nod.
out for Mercedes
She
returning
should.
because Mercedes has another talent to a stack division.
Yeah, there's a good marked out that Mercedes wasn't destroyed by fucking the whatever the fuck they're called, redemption or relegation. I don't fucking know. Yeah. What are they called?
Revolution.
No, they're not revolution. Adam's
That's
typing to the board, and you're eating, so I got no one to talk to right now, and I'm the last person you want right now with no one to talk to.
All right, so let's cover a little bit of
Jesus Christ.
AEW. What's happened tonight on Dynamite, Mr. Bryan? Top Flight taking on Jericho and MJF. I gotta say, NXT went off air a little late, but I still watched this match from the beginning. It felt, and I know Rob will agree, but I'm sure Brian won't. It felt very over choreographed.
Yeah, you'll get that from definitely from a top flight match.
Flippy shit, flipping all around the ring, jumping up and down the ring, flippy shit, flippy. Sorry.
Also, when you go from watching NXT to AEW,
Look at
yeah,
them, they look
you're
like
going to
the
see a little
Bucks.
bit more flips. You're going to see a little bit more rolls, especially in the tag team division.
Young bucks, flip around, jumpy down.
Roadhouse.
5.
Marked out moments for NXT, Zion Boa. That's for Will Wagner. He says it's finally
Yeah.
winning him over.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, so I covered it. At the end, Hager challenges Wardlow next week. So the new heavy inner circle is not as on the same page as we thought with this match. Anybody want to
Say it again. What? I'm sorry. I was watching the match right now.
Did you not see what Hager said after the Top Flight match?
No.
He
no, I was
called out
setting up.
Wardlow for not being there and said he talked to Tony and they're going to fight next week.
Ooh.
More dissension within the inner circle.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah, it's kind of hard for us to recap this fucking show. And
Well, and then we also had the acclaimed music video. That was cool. Not.
No.
Sting and Tony
don't
interrupted
like
by Team Taz. Darby comes out so that Sting and Darby can go face to face. Great. We saw a Christmas story with SCU Brandy and Cody reenacting Randy's scene where he can't eat right. Jurassic Express.
Can't eat right.
Jurassic Express with Dark Order, which is Colt Cabana 5 and 10. It was like a bad bowling split. Another 6-man match. Thank you, AEW. I'm glad you do things differently than WWE and don't give us a bunch of meaningless 6-man matches.
Why would you do that?
Then we have the Pac and Butcher going at it right now, and you're caught up.
Yeah, man. What a night of wrestling. So wait, has anything happened yet with Impact coming on to AEW?
So Callis and Omega said something. I saw them on the screen, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for little invasions. Hard to Kill is another WWE booking. You're giving me a 6-man match. If you want to make those guys accompany them, that's fine. You can have what the fuck's his name, accompanied by Motor City's Machine Gun. That's fine. And you want to have, Kenny come out accompanied by the Club. Fine. Okay.
The Club.
They're
the Bullet
Club. Why is it a 6-man match?
Why is it a 6-man? Why not? Six-man? I mean, hey, in some companies they have 6-man tag team championships.
In some states they have multiple wives.
Yeah.
Don Callis is wrestling.
That is a great point.
This is from Will. He says, Don Callis is wrestling's Roger Dorn.
Just a bad boy Joey Janela, and I couldn't agree more.
Hey, it is what it is. We're also got Miro coming up tonight. Some best man thing there. And we also have that tag title match between the Acclaimed and the Bucks. Because the Acclaimed just got here. Clearly, we should not revisit FTR. We should go with this booking instead.
Hey, maybe FTR is going to be going to Impact or something. We don't know, Adam. We don't know.
All right. Well, anyway, that is our show.
Yeah, I'm sitting there watching the wheels fall off the bus, and I'm like, are we going to call this, or are we going to keep trying to talk about something that hadn't happened
yet? That's what I'm saying. So,
yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us. Sorry for those that tuned in for our normal Who Won Wednesday. It's hard to do when the NBA takes over on TNT.
And you know what, guys? It's the holidays, right?
Yeah.
So
we didn't really want to stay up till midnight and cover 4 hours of wrestling.
Man, you're like we're fucking here, all fucking 20,000.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Dedicated to the game.
The fuck?
Oh, man. I have no idea what's going on.
Hey, everybody have a very, very Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year. 2021 still going to suck, but hopefully not as much. So, but Merry Christmas, everybody. And be safe and healthy. And just don't go see your parents. Just stay home. Do it yourselves this year.
Roasted.
Don't be stupid.
Brian, speaking of not going anywhere, 2021, will we see you?
Yes, we will see each other. Shoot that vaccine directly into my face.
You're getting it. You're going to get it last. Even Rob and I will get it before you because we're in the over 40 club.
No, I will get a job as a janitor at a hospital. That way, they will take me in and they will give me the shot because I will be a quote-unquote frontline worker.
You're going to be a janitor at a strip club.
He'll finally get that 50. Never mind.
Well, or I'll do Mexican steroids. I don't know. Either one, though,
Brian,
sounds fun. So
white male, 25 to 40, is dead fucking last in getting the vaccine. We're second to last.
So should I be a female? Is that what you're saying? What should I do?
No, you should pull a soul man.
You're a normal white male. You get nothing.
You get nothing.
Shit.
And it's fucking deserved. We had this shit for a while.
Yeah, you don't deserve nothing. We don't deserve nothing.
We had this world for fucking centuries, and all we did was have wars and destroy the planet. So, yeah, we don't deserve anything right now.
Yeah.
Our time is done.
Yeah.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks. That's a great segue there, Brian. You're always good for that.
Ho, ho, ho.
So anyway, tune in next time, guys. Thank you so much. We'll be back on Monday, some point over the weekend. Brian will cover Dynamite in full on the All Elite Hour. We'll be back Monday for our Monday with the Marks. We've been having some fun. We'll tilt the chore wheel, and I will do nothing this week.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's fun. That means, Brian, are you on dirt sheets and Rob's got game?
Correct.
All right.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. It's another episode where Adam didn't mention one of our money-making avenues. Not even one. Not for a second. So thank you so much. I don't even know if he said the episode title, but it's all good. Subscribe.
What is it? What are we? 612? I think this is 612.
Yeah, 612. Make sure you subscribe to this video and follow us on the podcast. And if you want to go to that markedoutgear.com place we have it.
I love how the executive producer at the top of the show announced, "Hey, I'm checked out," and then at the end he wants to be like, "Dude, you didn't do your job. You should have called me out way before that."
You should have just why can't you just admit that you fuck up and then why do I gotta call
I'm admitting that I'm fucked up.
So
I'm saying you're supposed to be checks and balances.
You're coming at
we're
me
checks
now?
and balances. If the checks failed,
Yeah.
and that's me.
No, the deal
and then
was-
you're supposed to balance it out and rectify
The
the
deal
shit.
was I will do a Wednesday night show with you guys, but I have no responsibilities. That was the
Okay,
deal.
so then you are no longer the executive producer, is what you're saying.
No, I am once.
Brian, you want to be executive producer on Wednesday?
Oh, if the opportunity is there, I would love to take a shot. gotten.
know what? Fucking go for it. Go for it. Have at it. You can have my salary too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll take that.
No.
All right.
Don't like that.
All right. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. From the Jew that leads the crew to all of you, have a happy holidays or Merry Christmas, whichever it is. Hanukkah's already in the past. Thank you guys so much. Tune in next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip
side. Marked Out Podcast.
Marked Out Podcast is produced and edited by U-Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.